أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا وسندنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإذا سألك عبادي عني فإني قريب
سبحان اللہ.
أجيب دعوة الداعي إذا دعان فليستجيبوا لي وليؤمنوا بي لعلهم يرشدون صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم الأمين
سبحان.
ونحن على ذلك لمن الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في شان حبيبه إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا وشفيعنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. My dear respected brothers and sisters and children, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, it is an honor for me to be here in this Masjid, MashaAllah, Qadriya Trust. That I came to this area of United Kingdom first time at the invitation of Karimia Institute, Dr. Musharraf Hussain Saab, and it is an honor for me to be in the presence of Pir Tariqat Tayyib al-Rahman Saab, MashaAllah. So inshallah, in a few minutes, I'm going to share with you what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked us to share with everyone. And what is the most important thing? If in Canada, I live in Canada, and I live in the city of Calgary. And in Canada, our work is mostly with interfaith relationship with Christian community, Jewish communities, Sikhs, Hindus, even atheists and agnostics. جو دیوی ہوتے ہیں ان کے ساتھ بھی میں ڈیبیٹ کرتا ہوں الحمدللہ. So when I go to churches or other places of worship, people ask me, what is the foundation of Islam? Islam is based upon one word. It's called sharing. Sharing means sharing our beliefs, sharing our faith, sharing our resources, sharing our knowledge, and sharing our wealth. بحیثیت مسلمان کے یہ ہر مسلمان کی ذمہ داری ہے کہ وہ خالی دین پر خود عمل کرنے کے ساتھ ساتھ دین کے پیغام کو لوگوں تک پہنچائے. دین کا پیغام لوگوں تک پہنچانا اسی کا نام تو شیئرنگ ہے کہ ہم اپنا شیئر کرتے ہیں آپ کے ساتھ قریب. اللہ کی توحید اسلام کی بنیاد ہے، لیکن اللہ کی توحید لوگوں تک بتانے کے لیے اس شخص کو کی ذمہ داری ہے جو اللہ کی توحید پر ایمان رکھتا ہے. لہٰذا اللہ کی توحید رسول کریم علیہ السلام کی رسالت کو بتانا جو ہے اسی کا نام شیئر ہے. تو الحمدللہ اللہ تعالیٰ کے فضل و کرم سے کینیڈا میں نبی علیہ السلام کی نالے پاک کا صدقہ کہ اللہ نے ہمیں عزت عطا فرمائی کہ بے شمار لوگوں کو اللہ تعالیٰ نے اسلام کی دولت عطا فرمائی. مساجد کا، مدارس کا، اسکولوں کا ایک نیٹ ورک اللہ تعالیٰ نے بنا دیا. اور یہاں پر جو الحمدللہ پیر سید طیب الرحمان صاحب کی نگرانی میں اور اس قادریہ ٹرسٹ کے سپرویژن میں ماشاءاللہ جو کام ہو رہا ہے. I was amazed by looking at the property جو پیر صاحب جو الحمدللہ آپ نے لی ہے. And I'm very much hopeful and pray اللہ سبحانہ وتعالیٰ اس پروجیکٹ کو اللہ جلد از جلد مکمل فرما دے. یہ مسلمانوں کے لیے ایک بہت بڑی اثاثہ بھی ہوگا اور آنے والی نسلوں کے لیے، یعنی اللہ جانتا ہے کئی 100 سال انشاءاللہ یہ چلے، بلکہ قیامت تک اللہ تعالیٰ اس کو قائم و دائم رکھے. So it will be a big blessing for the community and the reason of najat for those who will establish this. Alhamdulillah. My dear brothers and sisters, the verse that I recited from Surah Al-Baqarah, اسی پہ میں کچھ بات عرض کرنا چاہوں گا کیونکہ وی لیو ان نان مسلم کنٹری ویئر میجورٹی آف پیپل آر نان مسلم اینڈ ان نان مسلم کنٹریز اسپیشلی، بلکہ اب تو مسلمان ملکوں کا بھی یہی حال ہو گیا ہے کہ ہر ملک میں یہ کہا جاتا ہے کہ جو اس ملک کی جو پارلیمنٹ ہوتی ہے وہ ہائیسٹ اتھارٹی ہوتی ہے. The parliament of a country is the highest authority because they make the law, they make the constitution. So highest authority جو ہے وہ پارلیمنٹ کے پاس ہوتی ہے. ہمارے دین میں بھی highest authority ہے. And I will talk about that authority کہ دین کی authority کیا ہے اور جو انسانوں نے authority جو بنائی ہے اس میں فرق کیا ہے. دیکھیں پارلیمنٹ جو ہوتی ہے کسی بھی ملک کی ہو چاہے community was there, by the way. The king was there, the entire community was there, and nobody was standing up for Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. एक इंसान भी इब्राहिम अलैहि सलाम के लिए खड़ा नहीं हुआ कि इनको क्यों आग में जला रहे हो, इन्होंने क्या किया है. He didn't do anything wrong. He did not rob anybody, auzubillah. He did not hurt anybody. He did not do anybody anything wrong. Why are you burning him alive in the fire? They were going to burn him alive in the fire. And the fire was also so scorching, so heat, that even the people could not go close to it. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam, he is, you know, Ibrahim alayhi salam kaun hai? हम सब दावा कर सकते हैं कि हम अल्लाह के दोस्त हैं. याद रखिए, हमारा दावा झूठा भी हो सकता है. I can claim that I am wali Allah, auzubillah, but my claim can be wrong, and in most cases it is wrong. इब्राहिम अलैहि सलाम वो हैं जिनको अल्लाह कहता है मैंने इनको अपना दोस्त बनाया. Allah chose him to be friend. Allah chose him. So there is a huge difference. Being friend with Allah, that I am the friend of Allah, and Allah calls somebody, no, I have chosen him my friend. It's a huge difference. It's not a small difference. Big difference. That friend of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Khalil Allah, that is sitting in a pendulum. Because these people could not go and push him in the fire because the fire was so hot that they burned themselves. So they decided to throw him in the fire from a distance. So they made a pendulum, एक swing बनाया उन्होंने, और उनको projectile करके फेंकना था, ऐसे swing करके फेंकना था आग के अंदर. Look at Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, link or association and bond and trust with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then when he was sitting in the pendulum, and he knew that they are throwing me in the fire and I'm going to burn alive, nobody came to help him. आज गाजा के साथ जो हो रहा है ये हमारे खलीलुल्लाह के साथ भी हुआ. किसी ने उनकी हेल्प नहीं की, किसी ने उनके साथ हेल्प नहीं की. When angels saw that nobody is helping the Allah's messenger Khalilullah, even panic started happening among the angels. Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam came to Ibrahim alayhi salam and said, "Oh Khalilullah, please ask me, I will extinguish this fire." Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam could have said, "Yes, please do this thing." आपने कहा, my Allah is watching me. My Allah knows what is going on with me. I'm happy what Allah wants for me. If He wants me to burn alive in the fire, I'm ready to be burned. I do not need your help. He refused to take help, even from the angels. And when you have that level of trust, and this is where we should think about our own selves. When you have that level of trust with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then what happens? Allah does not even use angels. Allah could have asked Hazrat Mikael alayhi salatu salam, bring air and take this fire away, or rain, or those things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala directly commands the fire. Ya narukuni bardam wa salam. Oh fire, my friend is coming into you. My friend is coming into you. When you cool down on him, cool down this slowly. That is the link, that's the bond, that is the trust with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today, we Muslims do not have that trust. Not even close, not even, as small as a scale of trust with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We rely on things. Yes, we should rely on things. But the trust with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has to be there. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves us, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not want us to be harmed. But Allah has given us something very important. And that will be my conclusion. I think I have 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. 5 minutes. Let me explain to you. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent human beings on earth through Sayyidina Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, Allah took care of us. Because Allah knew what happens on this earth. This earth is not a good place. Because there are wars, there are violence, there is hate, there is animosity, there is jealousy. All those kind of things do happen on this earth. These things does not happen in the heaven. When Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala was sending Sayyidina Adam alayhi salatu wasalam on earth, and through Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, Allah spoke to all of us. We don't remember, but we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talked to all of us. And Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala said to Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam, and through Adam alayhi salam, Allah is talking to every one of you, me, and everybody. And Allah said, قُلْ نَحْبِتُ مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا. Now all of you, all human beings, now you're going to go and live on earth. And Allah said, earth is not a good place. There will be wars. The powerful people will overcome the weak. That's the law on this earth. So yeah, قُلْ نَحْبِتُ مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا. I know it's not a good place, but I give you the guarantee. It's stress-less life. देखिए, किसको stress नहीं है आज? Show me a single person who does not have stress. Where is stress? But Allah has given us the guarantee you can be stress-free. قُلْ نَحْبِتُ مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُمْ مِنِّي هُدًى. I know earth is not a good place. So what you should do, I'm going to give you a manual how you operate yourself on this earth. When a designer designs a machine, they also give you the manual how to operate machine, how to operate your car, how to operate your machine. Allah has also given us a manual. You are a machine, you are a body, you do something, you do functions. I'm going to give you manual how to operate yourself. فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُمْ مِنِّي هُدًى. I'm going to give you the manual of life. And I give you this is the guarantee of Allah. And Allah never lies, by the way. Allah is haqq. Allah is truth. And there is no truth better than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Most truth is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He said, فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُمْ مِنِّي هُدًى فَمَنْ تَبِعَ هُدَايَ. Just follow the manual I give you. And when you follow the manual of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what happens? فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. You will have no fear, you will have no sorrow, you have no stress, you have no calamities and sufferings. You just follow it. Allah तबारक व तआला ने तो हमें मैनुअल दिया था, हमने दुनिया के दूसरे मैनुअल फॉलो करना शुरू कर दिया, अल्लाह के मैनुअल को पीछे रख दिया. इसीलिए तो हम स्ट्रेस के अंदर हैं, इसीलिए तो बीमारियां हमें लग गई, इसीलिए तो हमें परेशानियां लग गई, इसीलिए तो फैमिलियों में नाचाकियां आ गई, इसीलिए तो हमारे अंदर एक दूसरे से इख्तिलाफ आ गया है, इसीलिए वार्स हो रहे हैं. This is the problem, that we are not following the manual that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given, and that manual is Quran and Rasulullah alayhi salatu. My dear brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillah, at the end, I am just honored to be here in this masjid, mashallah. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that the project that in the leadership of Sayyid Tayyib Sahab, Alhamdulillah, you are doing, Qadiriya Trust is doing. I live in Canada, but whatever I can do to help, inshallah, I'm available to you. Alhamdulillah, and I trust that all of you will support, and may Allah fulfill your wishes and desires to build this wonderful masjid and the community center. And inshallah, मैं ये बता दूं आपको कि एक दफा आपने इरादा कर लिया है ना, ये बन के रहेगा. Absolutely. Inshallah. I don't have time. Inshallah, whenever I come, I will share you stories how we built our masajid in Canada. Alhamdulillah, we have 42 Islamic centers and masajid, food banks, madaris, alhamdulillah. And all these madaris and food banks were built within the 14 years, last 14 years. सिर्फ 14 साल में alhamdulillah वहाँ पर 42 Islamic centers बन गए. तो वो सब, there is nothing impossible as long as we trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We remain sincere with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah knows the conditions of our heart and our thoughts. Yes. As long as we are sincere with Allah, Allah will never fail. Yes. Wa sallallahu ta'ala ala habibihi Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.